Okay. All right. In that sense, we're going. All right. So no matter what, I got stuff going. So here we go. Welcome to GenX Journeys. This is Paul here, and this is going to be a awesome episode. It's been a while since I did a regular GenX Journeys episode. So, oh, are you there, Lydia?
I'm here.
Okay, I don't see you.
You don't see me?
No.
Oh no, I'm here.
Hopefully, everybody else can see you.
I'm here. I see myself, I see you. Hopefully you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That would be great.
Okay, good.
Oh man, this is crazy. Oh, I would like to be able to see you who I'm talking to.
Yeah. I don't know how to help you with that.
Yeah. Oh, it's like that. Maybe I should have listened to it when it asked me if I want. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. If we're live. Well, this is giving people time to come on that are getting notified that we're live. Okay. Oh, I see. I had to go back to Riverside to see you. Okay, this will
Can you
work.
see me now?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, great.
There we go. All right, cool. I got this notifications keep popping up on here.
You're doing great.
Picture. And there's like no X. I have to drag it out. All right. Is it all safe now? No more pop-ups. Okay. All right, here we go. Welcome to GenX Journeys. And to start off, I usually start off these episodes with something I'm grateful for. And I'm just grateful for being in flow right now. And I just been on a roll in every aspect of my life. I ran 10 miles on Sunday in the rain. It was awesome. There was hardly anybody out on the path there. So I didn't have to dodge bikes or other runners or cars. So that was great. And also went to New Hampshire for a week for my birthday week. And then that was a great time. It was perfect weather the whole time. And it just rained on the weekend when I wasn't going to be doing anything outdoors. And I just have so much going in my life and making amazing connections lately, including our guest here. So I'm just grateful for that. I know life goes in ebbs and flows, so it's not gonna, when you're in flow, it's eventually gonna be an ebb. But I'm just grateful that I'm having this right now. And when I am in a bad place or something, I just remember that everything will turn back around and be like this again. Yep. And also now I'm going to introduce our guest and Gen Xers. Remember when we thought that 40 was old? Those old blue hairs and everything. Well, it turns out we're just getting started. Who knew? Today's guest, Lydia Magnoli, is an online fitness coach and the founder of the Magnoli Method, a home workout app that keeps women strong, confident, and ready for their encore. And she's also a content creator, spreading inspiration, workouts, and mindset tips that make thriving after 40 not just possible, but fun. So, welcome to the show, Lydia.
Thank you so much, Paul. First of all, I'm so grateful to be here and to have connected with you. You are like a newer contact in my life and just such a ray of light. And I'm so grateful that I found you and this amazing podcasting community because you are my people. All about thriving. And I thought 40 was old as well. And I just turned 46. Happy birthday, by the way. I just turned
Thank
46
you.
in July. And I feel like I'm just beginning, like to
Yeah.
scratch the surface of new energy, new adventures, and all of that. So I'm just super grateful to be here and connect.
Oh, that's great. And then, I should also mention that I talk about Craig Siegel a lot on here. He was actually the first guest on when we rebranded GenX Journeys, and I'm in his personal development group, and that's how we met through some of the classes that he's had. And which is like,
He's amazing. We love Craig. Shout out to Craig.
And before we dive into his story, do you have something that you want to say that you're grateful for today?
Yeah, you shared that you're grateful that you're in the flow, and I'm actually in a place in my life that's more of a challenging portion of my life. The last few weeks have been exceptionally challenging, and I'm grateful for the practices that I've been doing for years that help me stay balanced and grounded, even when challenges present themselves in life, right? Because things are going to happen. Everybody gets their turn at, loss or grief and difficult moments, but it's how we handle them that really says a lot about us. And so I've had to implement those strategies that I've been practicing for years and years and years, like meditation, nourishing my body really well, movement, all of those things are helping me get through this time of challenge and do it with grace with gratitude. And I'm so grateful that I have those tools and that something negative doesn't have to spin me out into a downward spiral. So, yeah.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, that's amazing. And as we get older, we do have to learn how to adapt because there's always something that's gonna gonna happen. And yeah, it's great to have the tools to prepare to be able to handle it. So yeah, that's great. Um, so I guess uh, yeah, we can now we can start with your story, get people to learn more about you and you before you started your company, you had a day job as
Yeah,
a psychologist. So, would you like to talk about your journey? You could start wherever you want. Yeah, you've
absolutely.
been through a lot.
I've been
So,
through a lot. Yeah. I'll start actually with that piece of it because I
okay,
think it's so important, especially a lot of people in their 40s can sometimes feel like, okay, well, I did all the things I'm supposed to do, but why aren't I fulfilled? And it's a great time to like reassess what success actually means to you. And for me, it happened in my 30s where I had gotten the degree, I had a master's degree, I had the tenured position, I had the job that looked good on paper, I was making a good salary, I had health benefits, all of those things, right? But there was something gnawing at my soul that was like, I just, and my body started to know that I wasn't in alignment. Like my low back would go out. I would wake up with night sweats. I was much heavier. I did not have the energy or the vitality that I have today. And I attribute that to I was living out of alignment. I describe it as like I had gotten in someone else's Uber thinking that I'm going to like the place I'm supposed to be at, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't my Uber. It wasn't going to take me to the real true happiness that I was really seeking. And so I did something crazy that most people, a lot of people at the time, point blank told me, "You're crazy to do this. Why would you give up this stable, secure job to go teach fitness? Like, what happens if you break your leg? What happens if this? Fear, 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 right?" Like they were projecting their fear, their limiting beliefs onto me. And I attribute it to like, I was just super passionate and blind to kind of the reality of what they were saying. Had like a deaf ear to it. Um, some of it was true. Like I wasn't making a very thought out decision. I was acting on my gut, my soul, and trusting that the way would be made. And so I like to be very honest about that. It wasn't like I quit my job, I resigned in 2016. So it's almost a decade now. And then I instantly had my own fitness app and everything was lovely. That would be a lie, and I don't lie. It was a lot of hardship. It was a lot of struggle, but that if you look at any entrepreneur, like that's the story. And it's having that discipline, that consistency, that inner knowing that like this is the path and I'm so lit up by what I do. I feel so in alignment that I have endless energy. Like people are always complimenting me on my energy, like you have the best energy. And one of the reasons why is because I love what I do so much that for a while I was doing it for free because I loved it so much. And now I can actually make a living doing it. But in the beginning, I was doing it for free a lot, especially with content creation. But there has not been a day that went by after that I regretted leaving that job. So I always want to share that experience. Like even though it was hard, even in my hardest moments, where like I was staying like basically living out of my car at one point, like waiting to get money to have a place to live. Filming YouTube videos out of a little Holiday Inn. I had like 27 subscribers. Now that channel is like really big. All of those things I wouldn't trade to go back for that security. Like all of those things made me who I am today. Like I always say in my classes, like the struggle makes you stronger. I look back now and I have evidence that I am not going to abandon myself. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to stay with it. I have the grit and you can't put a price tag on that. Like those types of things are absolutely pivotal, transformational, and priceless. So I hope that answered
yeah.
your question. That was a kind
Oh
of a
yeah,
long.
definitely. Oh no, I love it. Yeah, just going through all those struggles, that the fact that you made it through it just gives you more confidence that when you do come across something, that you'll find a way through it. Um, but yeah, I really want to touch on that. You really made a good point. You had this inner calling, and I went through the same thing. I feel that a lot of people of our generation, we were told to go to school, get a degree, get a job, you stay with that company forever, have a family and all that. And it's like you're put in this box, but everybody is different. Everybody has a different calling, but you put yourself in that box and then you feel stuck and depressed and you're just not yourself. You're totally out of alignment. So it's important to, if you have this inner dialogue going on, the spirit that you feel inside you to listen, yeah. Do you want to speak on that too? It's like kind of
Yeah,
emotion. Yeah.
I agree with you so much. I mean, and I was working in a school, right? So it's kind of like an archaic system, like the school setting and all of that. Like, and you're supposed to be happy and do what everybody else does and get married and have kids. And like there was this whole conditioning that I think maybe is shifting now. Maybe, I don't know. But like my age in my 30s, like I wasn't married by like 38. It was like, what, you're doing life wrong. Like, and what I didn't realize then, but I know now, is like I was being saved in a way from that life because I was meant for something different, because I wouldn't have the energy or the time to pursue what I'm doing now at the level that I am if I had, family responsibilities and all of those things. So sometimes one of my favorite quotes is like, sometimes what didn't work out for you really worked out for you. And you
Yeah.
can only see that in hindsight. But the fact that I would like go on these dates and like the connection never happened and I never got married and I always felt like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with me. Actually, no, there was a bigger plan. There was a bigger story for me that was more in alignment and would lead me to a deeper sense of fulfillment and my purpose. And that's the other thing. It's like we don't all have the same purpose. So going back to what you were saying, like tapping into that, what really lights you up, that's success. If you can do that, that's success. It's not about how much money you're making or how many followers you have or any of that. It's, do you, when you're by yourself, feel really fulfilled by what you're doing on a daily basis? That's it.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
there's a person I've been following for years, Gary Vee. I don't know if you're familiar
Yep.
with him.
Yep.
Okay. He has a great quote. He's like, success is waking up in the morning on a daily basis in a good mood. And it's so simple, but it's like, yeah. Like, how many people do you know that maybe they have great jobs and they're living like successful lives, but drag themselves out of bed to go do what they have to do?
Hmm.
That to me is not success. It's just not. Success is waking up in the morning in a good mood, being excited about what you're doing, providing service and helping humanity in whatever your skill set is, right? Like for me, it's I'm uniquely qualified to help a select group of people. And those people are usually the former me, the maybe women who have kind of lost their way or feel out of alignment or struggling with unhealthy habits or things like that. Like I'm divinely qualified to help those people. And so I feel very much in alignment with my truest self. There is no like, oh, I'm going to go to work now and be like the good corporate person, right? And then come home. It's like I'm just always me. It's fluid. It's very authentic. So, yeah.
Yep. Yep. What would you say to somebody that's stuck somewhere and they're afraid to make that move? And not only that, but then they, if they're thinking about it, they could even have somebody telling them like they were telling you, like, oh, you crazy, like they're watching out for you, but it's not their dream that was put in
Yes.
you. So
Yeah.
you have advice for somebody that's like stuck and can't.
I mean, that's such a hard thing because I know everybody has their own, situation. Like when I was leaving the school job, I had a couple teachers tell me like, I wish I could do what you're doing, but I'm trapped. I have, I can't leave my kid. I can't just leave this job. And so I empathize with that. I was in a position where I could take a risk. I didn't have, really a lot to lose, right? Like, why not? I could take that risk. So I would have to say it really takes a lot of soul searching. Like, what's your risk aversion? Like, what are you willing to, where are you in your life that you can take this risk? Because I'm not telling everybody like, just quit your job,
Right.
follow your heart. Like that's reckless.
Yes.
That's
Uh-huh.
reckless.
I
I had
agree. Mhm.
enough, like the way my life was set up is that I could take this risk and God forbid, like it didn't work, I could go back and get another school job. Like I could, and nobody, like my kids, I didn't have kids, so they weren't going to go hungry. Like, so I could take that risk. And so I think it's a very individualized, approach. You have to look within and say, is this something like, number one, am I talented at this thing? You really have to ask yourself that. Like, so I already had the credibility because I forgot to mention this. I was teaching fitness on the side, and it became my side hustle became my main thing. I became obsessed with, I started teaching a bunch of classes, got different certifications, was like always pouring my energy into it. My classes were packed. And I had this moment where I was like, I'm going to be mediocre at both if I don't give one of these up. And so I had to make that, take a step, take a leap of like, I'm going to go all in on fitness because I already know that I'm good at this, but I want to be better. I want to make this my main thing. And so if anybody's, wondering if like, oh, I'm going to quit my steady job to be a coach, have a side hustle at first and see if you're actually, number one, fulfilled by, or number two, good at it. You have to know that. Like, I had confidence in myself. Like I had the reps to know that like, I'm good at this. And then once I quit the school job, then I had ample time to just grind and go all in and
Put
really
all in.
refine my craft. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a really big consideration. It's not like, I'm all for like, follow your dreams, but you have to do the work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's actually the position I'm in because, my passion's with writing and everything. And
You're so talented. You're so talented.
thank you so much.
Yeah. You get the
Yeah.
green light from me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
do have my day job, but I am like gradually, building this up. So then eventually I'll be able to step out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been at this job for almost 30 years now, so I kind of like need the income right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you hear that a lot about people, just dropping everything and going after it. So you don't have to. It depends on you, on the
It
individual.
does.
So
Individualized. There is no cookie cutter approach to it. There isn't.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean use it as an excuse not to start doing something, take
Right.
steps. So
Right.
yep. And then so speaking of steps, so when we can like get into the fitness
Yeah.
part of this because it's so important because I've talked about it often on here how there's the mind body connection, and as we're getting older, it's tougher to get in shape and stay in shape. And yeah, after you're 40, it gets a lot tougher. And it's not just about like the looks, but it gives you energy and the confidence and everything. Do you want to talk about that?
Do I want
How,
to talk about fitness? Yes.
oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. The number one thing that I think is so important is what you said about energy. People think like, oh, I don't have the energy to work out. If you consistently work out, you're going to have more energy. It's one of those things that you have to like wrap your brain around. Like make it something that's just part of your day and you're going to see your energy improve. I'm going to give you just like a couple tips on how to navigate like how much to work out, when to work out, and all of those things. There's this misconception that it needs to be like hours, right? And you need a gym, and like people complicate the hell out of it, and actually can be really, really simple. The number one thing, and I say this to my clients and my audiences, get self-aware. Like, when are you the most energetic? Everybody has a pocket of time during the day where they're like on, right? For me, I've always been a morning person. I'm like obnoxiously happy and grateful in the morning. I used to teach morning fitness classes, 5:30 a.m. Class was packed. I was like just full on energy, right? Some people find that obnoxious and annoying. They don't want that. But if you're somebody who has energy in the morning, then what you're going to do is you're going to make, even if it's 20 minutes, make that your sacred workout time so that you don't go throughout the whole day and then you work. And then after work, you're like, oh, I can't get to the gym. I'm not going to go, because you're not capitalizing on your innate, rhythm. Everybody had there's science behind this. There's certain people that are morning people, and then there's the night owls. And so I have a couple clients who they do my workouts at night. Like the kids go to bed and I would never do that. Like I go to bed really early. Like,
Yeah.
that's how I operate. But I think that's such a key thing, especially if you want it to become part of your lifestyle. It has to work in conjunction with who you are as a person. So don't make the commitment like, oh, I'm going to start taking spin classes at 6 p.m. when that's not your energy. That's, or you don't like spin. That's another thing people do
Right.
is they start taking classes because maybe it's popular, but they don't even actually enjoy it.
Yeah. Then they stop doing it, and
Especially
yeah.
with cardio. Yeah. I mean, you run, you love running though, right?
Depends on
Part of
the day. Yeah. Yeah.
it. Okay. I mean, I know
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard. That's part of a
Yeah.
good workout. It's going to be
Right.
hard. But
Yeah.
like for me, I don't like cycle. So I'm not going to, the cardio can be anything. So I love to dance. I'm taking a dance fitness class. I'm teaching cardio kickbox if I want cardio. Like I actually don't like running like outside, like what you and Craig do. Like I'm not
Yeah.
into the marathon thing. Like that's not my jam. But I love yoga. I'm going to do yoga, so like tapping into what movement feels good in your body. Like one of my catchphrases is like movement is like a love letter to your body, not a punishment. So, just flipping the mindset of like, now I have to work out, I have to work it off, like the food and having this like angry kind of hate relationship with exercise, where really it's such a beneficial thing. It's the gift that keeps giving. It gives you more energy, better sleep, better posture, better confidence. I told you I wouldn't be able to shut up about exercise. So I'm going to silence myself now.
Well, I feel like also I don't know if you want to talk this about I think we've talked about this in CLS recently with difference between discipline and motivation, and the discipline to do
Yeah.
something as opposed to being motivated.
Yeah. It's interesting. One of my favorite coaches is Brendan Bouchard, and he has
Yeah.
a whole like I want to say series on this topic because he feels like people say you have to be disciplined. It doesn't matter if you're motivated. And he actually kind of disagrees with that. And I get his point, like that you have to have the motive first, like you do. It's like you have no motivation whatsoever. But for me, like I train myself to be disciplined. I think motivation, yes, has to be there, but you don't have to be enthusiastic. And I love how Brendan actually explained it this way. Like you don't have to be, there are times where I work out and I love to work out, but there are times where like, I'm not enthusiastic about it, but I'm super disciplined and I'm going to show up anyway, because that's what I do. And when you have that, there's another great quote that I say this on my social media all the time. Is like, discipline will solve 80% of your problems. 80%. Weight loss, finances, relationships, all of it. If you can master yourself and be disciplined and stop worrying about controlling other people and just master yourself, so ahead of the game. So ahead of the game. So for me, I do a lot of mental mindset training around discipline. It's huge because I wouldn't have the results I have today energetically or physically or mentally without having daily discipline. So there are certain things that I do daily that I've been doing for years, like meditation. I've meditated every day, probably since 2006.
Wow.
Every day. And I started with just 5 minutes. I love to share this because I think people think that you need to be like a monk on a mountaintop and like meditate for like hours. I started 5 minutes a day for years, and then I moved to 10 minutes a day for years. And then my most recent increase was probably back in 2022. I increased it to 15 minutes every day. And I'll probably in the next year or so increase it to 20 minutes a day. So those small little increments, that has been one of the most transformational habits that changed my life, actually, because I used to be super anxious in my head, and it has allowed me to find like an inner stillness and the ability to self-soothe, like just to be clear, have clarity. Like there's so many benefits to it, but it's a discipline. It's a discipline. So I don't wait for, I'm going to feel enthusiastic or motivated. Like I have trained myself to be disciplined. And I think that's something that people, I don't know, they roll their eyes at, like, oh, discipline, but it works.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, and I absolutely, yeah, you all need to be following Lydia, especially like on YouTube and everywhere, because yeah, you have incredible videos. You
Thank
show
you.
that you don't need equipment to do these workouts they have. If you see Lydia, she's friggin' ripped. So,
Thank you.
but
I
yeah,
work
yeah.
hard.
I saw
But
you.
can I just say one more thing on that?
Sure.
Like
Oh,
my
definitely.
results,
Yeah.
Yeah, my results, especially I want to speak to the ladies because I think right now we're living in a time where everything is like filtered or surgery or, Ozempic and like all of those things. And I'm not saying those things are negative. I'm just really clear with my people that follow me. My weight loss has been natural. My results are 100% natural. There is nothing that I did like surgery wise or anything. I lost over 65 pounds, have kept it off for over 15 years, 15 plus years. And I did it through lifestyle changes. And I did it slowly. And I did it in a way that was very intentional. And I did it in a way that I changed the inside first. I changed my identity. I became a person who is disciplined. I became a person who eats healthy. So because I did that, I don't yo-yo. You'll see my transformation. Like I never went back. I never and a lot of women struggle with that. Like they keep gaining and losing the same 20 pounds. And usually that's because they're trying to fix something externally and they haven't done the inner change. So I always want to be the voice of that's really important. So that
Oh,
was
definitely. Oh, I love
it.
that. That is such great advice. Definitely. Yeah. Yep. And like I said, it all comes down to the discipline and yep, changing lifestyle and not
Yeah.
these fads and everything that come and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to tell people about what you do, what they could get from your site and your app and
Yeah.
everything. That's so cool that you have the app and all that. I saw
Yeah.
like for me, planks are tough as it is, but then you have something on the power planks.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just did a power plank workout. Go do it. It's my latest workout on YouTube. 10 minutes. It'll make you cry if you're not used to it. There's another great quote where it's like, "Don't ever mess with a lady who does planks for fun," and that's me. My long-term students know like the plank series is like my signature thing. So it's like 10 minutes, but I do little variations, but you're still in a plank for like 10 minutes. Um, so yeah, you can if you want to sample my workouts, you can go over to my YouTube. My YouTube has a ton of workouts, coaching videos, all sorts of things. You can start, consuming my content there. My YouTube channel is just Lydia Magnoli. Search my name and I will pop up. And then I have a fitness app called the Magnoli Method with over 1,000 workouts. I have an on-demand library and I have live stream classes as well. I have been in the fitness industry for over 15 years, so I teach a variety of formats. So, and I also am no nonsense. So my classes are short, very, very effective and targeted. So I teach things like bar, strength, classic strength training, HIIT, kickbox, dance sculpt. I'm a yoga certified teacher. So I'm a one-stop shop for fitness for women who want to be lean and toned. Like you don't have to have a separate yoga app or, a dance app or any of that. You can get everything in one place. And I've had a couple of clients who are like, your workouts are harder than Tracy Anderson or Peloton or like, and they're meant to be challenging. They're meant to be challenging, but I'm not just challenging your body, I'm challenging your mind as well. So there's mindset training weaved in, it's baked into the process because my goal is to help you build confidence and strength. And nothing builds confidence like doing hard things. That's what my ladies do. They do hard things, they do things they didn't think they could do before. And then that next level of confidence is unlocked. It's so beautiful to watch. And I've been doing this for years and it never gets old. So the app is called the Magnoli Method. It's available on Apple and Androids, and you can download it. And then you can search through and do different memberships, like for whatever would work best. I have a mini membership, which is 20 minutes or less workouts, which is like only $37, and you get unlimited access to all of those. And the Power Plank series is in that one, so you can do that. And men can do it too. I have men ask me all the time, "Can I do your workouts?" And they absolutely can. It's not like you're going to get toned if you do my workouts, whether you're a man or a woman. So, and then I offer coaching through a special coaching program that I do that I've been doing for years. And you can see the transformations all over my social media. The ladies who train with me are just blown away by their results because it's lifestyle changes. So I'm helping them with not just their workouts, but their eating habits, their mindset, their sleep, their just overall approach to their own body, their relationship with food, their relationship with eating, all of it. And it's called the Sculpt 21 Challenge. And it's 3 weeks of intensive private coaching where you get me as your coach, personal coach. I'm in your DMs. I'm giving you guidance and support. I'm helping you with your food choices, your just daily routine. And also you get a community of other women who are doing the challenge with you. And then after those 3 weeks, a lot of the ladies will, if their goal is to drop weight, a lot of them, I've had some clients lose 5 to 10 pounds within those 3 weeks, just from like minor changes, like getting better sleep, drinking more water instead of, the Starbucks habit, right? Just these
Right.
small little shifts that you're like, oh, that won't work, but it works.
Yeah.
And then they get so excited about it. And then they're on the positive momentum track of like, I want to keep going. So then I have other, memberships that they can join after that to stay in the flow,
Hmm.
because that's, once you start feeling good, you never want to go back
Yeah,
to being
exactly. Hmm.
lethargic and bloated and like just aches. Um, so yeah, the Sculpt 21 challenge, the next one actually begins September 15th and I have 2 spots open. So
Oh,
you
okay.
message me. I don't know if you're going to drop my handles in the, wherever you're,
Yeah, I will.
but
Hmm.
Instagram is Lydia.Magnoli. So they can message me there if they're interested in that.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, good
Yeah.
timing. Oh, shoot. We could be like talking forever. We
I
could do like a whole
know. I
different
know.
series.
This is wonderful. Maybe we can do
Yeah.
episode 2.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely will because there's like so much more that we can cover. I mean, we
Yeah.
even touched on like the food and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. This
Some,
was
so some,
lovely. It was
yeah.
so nice.
So we'll do like a little bit of a fun little speed round here.
Okay. I'm up for it. Let's do it.
Who's your favorite artist, music artist?
Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
music. That's like asking me, that's so hard. Singer songwriter, honestly, it's Sarah Bareilles for female and Ed Sheeran for male. Singer
Okay.
songwriter. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Do you have like any go tos for workout music?
Yeah,
Yeah.
music is my thing. You can follow me on Spotify and look at
Ah,
all my
oh,
stuff.
oh, cool.
It depends on the class. So when I
All
teach
right.
bar, I'm doing a lot of like house music. So it's just something with like a steady beat, but I get remixes and Gen X will appreciate this. Like I'll get like 80s songs, but they're the house version. So it's like got
Hmm.
an updated like mix
Yeah.
beat to it, but it's like, just even oh my God, what is that? Like Walk Like an Egyptian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like throwbacks, but they're like updated with like a hot EDM beat.
Okay.
So
Cool.
if you're taking my classes
Yeah.
online, you'll see that I throw a lot of like 80s tracks in there. But if I'm teaching like a hit class, I'm doing a lot of hip hop. I love hip hop. So like
Yeah.
2000s hip hop, like Jay-Z and that kind of Nelly, the
Uh
good
huh.
stuff. So
Awesome. All right. Did you have a 80s or 90s crush?
oh my God. Questions. I was so boy crazy. All right,
uh,
you ready?
sure.
I had a many. I had many. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna give you just one because he popped into my head.
Uh huh.
The brother from Blossom, Joey. Whoa,
Oh, Lawrence. Yeah.
I was obsessed with him. I was obsessed with him. And then in high school, I'll just give you one more because this was so random. I don't know why I thought he was hot, but I was obsessed with Green Day. It was the first
Yeah.
concert, like that kind of vibe that I went to, Green Day. So Billy Joe, the lead singer of Green Day, I used to love him in the 90s.
Oh, that's awesome. That's totally. Yeah, I totally forgot about Joey
I love
Lawrence. Yeah,
that question.
yeah. I totally forgot about him. Yeah, because I know.
What happened to him? I got to go look him up.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from him.
That's great.
All right, and then let's see for anyone in Gen X who feels it's too late to reinvent themselves. What do you have a message for them?
Yeah, it is never too late. And I honestly, I started teaching fitness at 30 and I started my own business at 40. Like there's no, it's too late. And what I would recommend is if you think it's too late, curate your feed. Like I follow women who are in their 60s and 70s who are ripped. And I do that very strategically because I want to be reminded that like age is just a number and there are people that are doing it. If you consume content where people are complaining about their age all the time and the limitations, like that soaks
Mhm.
into your psyche. I don't
Yeah,
allow that. I'm very protective about my energy and who comes in and infiltrates that. So that's a suggestion I have. Follow people that inspire you that are, up there in age compared to you so that what's possible.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so important anyway for social media to be careful of who you follow and be
Absolutely.
mindful of just
So
follow
important.
positive. Yeah, yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, just want to thank you so much for showing us that midlife isn't the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of an
Yeah.
encore. So
Yeah. Let's go.
yeah, we got plenty of curtain calls ahead. Uh, we just got to keep showing up for ourselves. Get moving, stay inspired, keep proving what our generation already knows, that we're not done yet. Not even close, bud.
Not even close.
So,
Thank you.
and I love what you have on your website. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. I love it.
Yep.
So yeah,
Good.
thank you so much. I
Thank you.
really appreciate you coming on, and thank you so much for everything.
This was
All
awesome,
right,
Paul.
Emily.
Thank you. Anytime. I'll come back.
Thank you.
You're great.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, and thank you everybody for
Thank
tuning
you.
in and checking us out, and we'll see you next time.